How was the trip? I want to do the trail. Seth is talking about my backpacking trip on the AT, and I will say it was an interesting one. This was the seventh summer that I did at least part of the Appalachian Trail, a section hike, as they call it. I've done it with the same people for all 7 years, and we've kind of had similar plans every year. We planned for 5 days on the trail, and we generally average about 40 miles on trail in those 5 days. This year we planned for 7 days and 67 miles, and it did not go to plan. I will say that much. The first day really kicked our butts. We are getting older, and I hate to admit it, but we can't hike the way we did even 5 or 6 years ago. We just don't have the endurance for it, and we could push ourselves, we could make ourselves miserable, but then it's not fun. So we did 3 days on trail out of the 7, and then we took a 0 day in order to let our bodies recover, and then we got back on trail, but we got back on a little further up in our plan. We ended up doing about 27 miles, and that second half was a lot more enjoyable. It really is not too challenging, Seth, to do a section hike of the trail. I absolutely love the AT. I love doing these section hikes every summer. I find that every summer I refine my packing list just a little bit more. I'm down to about a 12-pound, 8-ounce base weight, which is the weight of your pack and all the gear except food and water, because food and water is always going to change. But for an example, on day 1, I started out with a 38.2-pound pack because of all the food and water I was trying to carry for a 7-day trip. That just doesn't work out real well when you have a 1,000-foot climb, a 1,000-foot drop, 1,000-foot climb, 1,000-foot drop, and that was just day 1. So we kind of overdid it and overcommitted ourselves, but we were able to change our plan midway through, which is great. That's something that's cool about the AT too, is there tends to be an exit every 12 to 15 miles. So if you get into trouble or you bit off more than you can chew, you can get out pretty easily in most cases. And that was part of our issue too, is where we exited the trail was the last exit for quite a while. So we didn't want to commit ourselves to that next section and get stuck in the wilderness. You got to make the good decisions when you are in the mountains and in the outdoors. You can get yourself in trouble pretty quickly. So we erred on the side of safety, took a day off, recovered, and got back on trail.